Why does Coca-Cola sound the same in every country, but Jollibee changes its story depending on where you are? In this lesson, we'll uncover how global brands speak to the world, and why some messages must be the same, while others must change. Because this is where culture meets communication in international marketing.
Okay, good day everyone, and welcome to Week 12 lecture, International Promotion and Communication. Promotion is the voice of global marketing. Effective communication strategies must adapt to language, culture, and technology. So the word is promotion. We are going to promote a product, idea, or a service. We're going to propagate or cascade to the market that we are trying to sell our product, service, or idea. So what are the key concepts in Philippine context? Let's use IMC. IMC is Integrated Marketing Communication. This is one of the key concepts. It's coordinating tools like advertising, PR, sales promotion. Example is Jollibee's Kwentong Jollibee. Ads combines TV, YouTube, and social media. So, what is this kwento? Kwento in English is story, story of Jollibee. So, why is it story is the best way to reach out to your audience? Kasi, when you tell a story, there is an emotion, there is a connection. Look, the difference of just reading this lecture and finishing off without, connecting or putting it in context where my audience or my students could easily understand. Isn't it mas maganda yung naririnig mo yung kwento, may kwento, because it makes it very interesting. Example, nalaman nyo ba, just recently, when this video is being recorded, there is a 6.9 magnitude earthquake that happened in Cebu last night. So you could see the intensity, the emotions that is building up. So it is very It is very powerful and very effective to use storytelling to promote your product, service, or idea. Just like Kwentong Jollibee, It's, if I remember right, ito yung merong kausap yung lolo niya, tapos yung granddaughter, or when they are eating on a Jollibee fast food restaurant, di ba? So, there is this story. Yung Coco Crunch. Alam niyo ba yung Coco Crunch? Ang galing ng pagkagawa nun di ba? Meron daw parang spaceship, tapos bumagsak daw yung mga cereal sa bahay. And it's a story, and we could easily relate to that. Children could easily relate to that. Ang pinakamaganda, another example is Milo. Milo is a beverage, but Milo gave a twist, It is about Olympics, yung Olympics story. So you could easily remember Milo as that, an energy drink, right? Red Bull. Red Bull does not say that it is an energy drink, but you could see how the ad, yung adrenaline rush, they sponsor car racing, cliff diving. You could see that the story evolves on the scene, on the picture, what the product is all about. So another one is cross-cultural advertising. Okay, tailoring messages to cultural norms. Example, McDonald's adjusts ads for Filipino family values. So remember, McDonald's is an American company. They have their strong values, American values, independence, and freedom, right? In the Philippines, we are so concerned about family values. So they adjust, They adjust their menu slightly sweeter, just like Jollibee, and Filipino endorsers, if I remember, yung nga lang wala na siya, si Dolphy was the endorser of McDonald's. Next concept is localization, adapting slogans, visuals, or products to local taste. Example, Netflix subtitles in Tagalog. So Netflix is a streaming subscription platform where you could watch movies, and series around the globe. Yung mga sikat na mga palabas sa buong mundo, sa iba't ibang bansa. and especially Korean, no? Korean drama, K-pop. So they put a subtitle in Tagalog. That is what we meant by localization. Standardization, keeping the same global message. So not only message but also content or the quality of the product. For example, can you imagine Coca-Cola when you drink Coca-Cola in the Philippines or in Russia or in Japan? Each has its own different taste, diba? Kaiba to ng McDonald's, no? McDonald's, if you remember, I said earlier, they changed the food, the taste to suit the Filipino palate. Pero ito naman, okay, ito naman, yung standardization strategy is that you keep the global message, the same all throughout. So if you think that the message is universally accepted, then you should not change it. For example, happiness, no? So Coca-Cola's theme of open happiness is universally understood. So hindi mo na dapat ibahin, okay? So standardization you have to be very careful, no? If the taste of Coke, for example, Coke has has a different distinct flavor that people universally love, then you don't change it, right? Pero you have to be very careful in standardizing the product, because sometimes sometimes culture does not accept that. No? It depends on the culture, okay, and also the taste or the product itself. Okay. Next, media mix, balancing traditional versus digital channels. So ABS-CBN TV, a traditional entertainment company, adds plus Facebook campaign. So they use now social media, no, to promote their TV station. Not only ABS-CBN, marami, no, DZMM, DZRH, radio stations in the Philippines, they also have their Facebook and YouTube channel. Okay, digital marketing using online platforms for promotion. Lazada, an online shop, use 11 sale via TikTok and Facebook ads. Okay, public relations or PR, building brand reputation. The Ayala Land CSR, corporate social responsibility campaigns on sustainability. So hindi lang yun, no? Merong like Pure Gold, they use they use paper, no, packages, no, they ayaw nilang gumamit ng plastic, and also SM department store, di ba? Ayaw din nila ng gano'n, no? Yung DIY, no, they have these days that they will not use bring your own package, no, bring your own packaging bag. Okay. Celebrity endorsement. Okay. Another one is used to promote your product or service. They use celebrity endorsement using popular figure for brand equity. Using popular figures for brand equity. So what's the catch here? Make sure that the endorser represents your brand. For example, see Alden Richards endorsing GCash, because GCash probably had the idea that Alden Richards is a representation of their client characteristics. So for example, for me, no, influencer is a very, very powerful endorser, because it takes a lot of interest, intensity to follow an influencer. For example, for me, my channel, I watch Sam and Colby from when they started out, okay, and then now they have 13 million followers. So it's really a very powerful if you use celebrity endorsement, because the audience really connect to the character, to the channel. So it represents the embodiment of who they are. Kaya malakas talaga yung influencer. Not only celebrity endorser but influencer, no? Especially in social media. Next is viral marketing. Content spreads rapidly through shares. Yan. So yung example, yung TikTok dance, okay? 'Di ba kumalat na? Ang bilis kumalat siya. If you cut the sound and it's only a 30-second video, if you see that they're doing acting silly, but you put some music and some sound for just 30 seconds or 15 seconds, it is very catchy. So ito yung parang word of mouth. Nung unang panahon, yung wala pang mga internet, the word of mouth is very powerful. So if you destroy your image, yun, magkakaroon ka ng negative publicity through word of mouth. Ngayon, ang pumalit sa word of mouth, social proof or viral marketing. Diba? Lalo siyang nag-i-spread. Okay? So, challenges in international promotions. What are the challenges if you use international promotion? Remember, our point of view POV natin is we are selling our products abroad, and foreign markets is different to local markets. So, what is the challenges here? No? Understand first the language barrier. Misinterpretation of a slogan is very catastrophic to your product, di ba? Sometimes colors or words or ideas is not acceptable in other cultures or country. For example, in Japan, you must be very, very respectful because they value respect and identity of a person. In America, it's integrity or freedom or yourself, no? The genuineness is very important. Again, another challenges is cultural sensitivity. Okay, so when you promote your product in other countries, religious or political references may backfire. For example, anti-Semitic messages, yan. You have to be very, very careful. And also racism, no? You have to be very careful. Make sure your promotion doesn't have that kind of unacceptable element. Next is legal restriction. Okay, because for example, your product is cigarettes and liquor. No, you make sure that your ad has you obey the laws. For example, in the Philippines, if you observe, no, there is no ad that shows drinking liquor, no, the physical drinking of liquor or smoking cigarette, the actual act of smoking cigarette when they put an ad or a poster, because it is not allowed in the Philippines. So make sure you follow those rules. In conclusion, international promotion is more than just advertising. It's about effective communication across borders. So, meaning effective. You should know the language limitation, barriers, cultural sensitivity, legal restriction, these things, no? Filipino brands aiming to go global must combine local values with global reach. I hope you learned something from this lecture and see you on the next session. Thank you for watching.